Welcome to an episode of Round the Table with Grangie. So today we are going to hop on over to the oven and we are going to cook a quick, simple, and delicious and healthy dessert that we're going to have tonight for dinner. I found it on a YouTube channel. I will link it below. They did the recipe online or on a video. And so I'm kind of taking it and I'm doing a little twist to it to put a couple of things in it that I really like that's still healthy. And the YouTube channel is Quick, Simple, and Delicious. And you might give them a follow. They have a lot of really, really delicious looking recipes. So today, they didn't have a name on their recipe. So I decided to go ahead and name them citrus bars because it consists of oranges, corn starch, honey, and a little sprig of lemon juice on top when they are then coated in unsweetened coconut and garnished with a strawberry. They had it garnished with the cherry, but I'm not a big fan of those cherries, so I'm doing strawberries on mine. So anyways, hang tight and let's jump on over to the stove and get busy. All right, so here we are over at the stovetop where I'm going to cut up some oranges and we are going to juice till we get about 2 to 2.5 cups of orange juice. So I know that it's going to take a little while to do this. So I'm probably going to put you on pause while I get a majority of this squeezed and into the juicer. All right, so I've got about 1 cup of orange juice so far, and I tasted it, and these oranges are very, very sweet. Let me tell you, I don't think we're gonna have to add much honey to this at all. Keep the added sugar down to a minimum. So, what are your thoughts on the channel? Do you like the idea of the channel? Leave your comments below. And if you have any suggestions, give them to me. I'm definitely open to all suggestions. So tonight for dinner, we're going to have a home chef meal. And it is going to be, I don't know which one I'm going to cook. I have a meatloaf or I have a cheesy jalapeno dinner that I will decide between. And the deciding factor is whether or not my granddaughter Emily comes over for dinner. Because if she comes over for dinner, I got to cook the meatloaf. Because the meatloaf, I can turn it into a 3-person meal. Really easy with just some extra ground beef, which is nice on these home chef meals. All right, so they've got pretty close to 2 cups. Actually, I probably got 2 cups. So after you get all the juice out, you just kind of pour it into your measuring cup, like so. And then put that in the sink. And then rinse my hands off. Get the sticky off. And then from there, we are going to jump over here to the pan. You're going to need a whisk. Oh, and you do need a nice sharp knife, but be careful of your fingers. And you'll need a cutting board. And some cornstarch. And I already pre-measured mine out in my cute little kitty cup that my granddaughter got for me, or maybe my mother, or maybe my daughter-in-law, or maybe son, one of them. And then you're going to need a lemon for later. Oh, and we're going to need the coconut. Some organic coconut shavings for later. So in the pan, you're supposed to grease it. And we'll strain out all that pulp and seeds that might have accumulated. There we go. Put that in the sink. All right. Now we will turn the burner on and get this going. Put our cornstarch in. Start wisping. Get it all nice and dissolved. And then when it warms up a little bit is when I'll add the honey. And the reason I'll wait till it warms up a little bit to add the honey, because then the honey comes completely off of the spoon. Otherwise it just sticks to the spoon and you don't get a good representation of a teaspoon, because you're supposed to put in 2 teaspoons of honey. But I am not going to do that. So after this warms up, we'll then put it in the pan, and then we'll put it in the refrigerator for about 2 to 3 hours to get it nice and cold. I think I'll go put it in the outside fridge. I keep my outside fridge really cold for drinks. So, and then we'll, while it's chilling, we'll get the coconut ready to be coated. These are going to be delicious, I can tell right now. So in about a week and a half, I'll be taking a little trip with my grandkids and my son and daughter-in-law and soon-to-be son-in-law. Hopefully. He may end up having to work, but hopefully he's able to make it. We're going to go down, or actually we're going to go up to the Guadalupe River here in Texas. And we got a little house on the river, and we're just going to chill out and relax and try to stay cool in this Texas heat, because it is blistering hot right now. I think the heat index the other day was 126 degrees. Talk about smoking hot. Alright, so I'm going to put this on pause and bring this to a boil, and then I will bring you back on. Alright, so this thing is heating up. It's starting to boil. We'll go ahead and add our honey to it without making a huge mess, hopefully. This is smelling so good. Oh, I wish you guys could smell it out there. Wouldn't that be something? Smell-o-vision. That would be amazing. So we're just going to do 2 teaspoons of honey. And then I'll give it a taste. And see if I need to add any more, but those oranges were really, really sweet. Butter, and go ahead and just grease the sides with the butter. And if you use butter, I suggest you using real butter to keep it on the healthy side. But you can use whichever butter you want. You could use spray parquet. That would be convenient. But I usually just put a little dab on the paper towel and spread it on my dish. It's kind of wasteful, but it works. Ooh, this is getting nice and thick. So we want to get it to where it's a nice thick consistency. See, it's getting really, really thick. Can you believe it? There's no sugar in this, no gelatin, and we're not having to use the oven to cook these lemon bars, or not lemon bars, I'm sorry, orange bars with the little touch of lemon on top with coconut. Oh yeah, this is good here. There we go. Look at that consistency. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, now, without touching the hot burner, that's one thing when I get the new kitchen, I'll either have gas. If I can't have gas, I'm gonna get an induction electric stove. And that way when it's off, it's no longer hot, which will be really nice because these glass stoves are, or electric stoves, I should say, in general, are a little deceptive. It doesn't look like it's hot, but boy, is it ever. I've had my cats burn their feet on my stove tops before. So now when I'm cooking, as soon as I am done, I put water in my pot and I put it back on the burner until it's cooled off, and that pretty much tells everybody that that spot is hot. All right, so how many of you out there try to eat as healthy as possible? I know I try to, but healthy isn't always delicious. But this, hopefully, will be delicious. I haven't tried it yet. Once it cools off in 3 hours and I decorate it up with coconut, I will taste it, and I will give you my honest opinion on what it tastes like. All right, so I'm going to take this outside, put it in the fridge, and we'll come back to this in about 2 hours. We got this out of the refrigerator. So the next thing we've got to do is we've got to kind of pull it away from the sides. So I just kind of do that with my little spatula, just to make sure that it pulls away. There we go. And then we will take this cutting board, we'll put it on here, and we will flip it. And there we have it. Oops, I bent up a little edge right there. That's all right. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off, give it a little taste, see what it tastes like. Oh, wow. It's good. It's a little tart, but it's a little sweet. Probably should have added a little bit more honey. And next time I will definitely add a little vanilla to it. I think vanilla would really add to it. So now I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut it up into little squares for the bars. And you can cut these as big or as little as you want. Now I'm just going to kind of cut mine down, and then after you cut them down, you then take them and put them in the coconut, get them all covered up, and then we'll put them on this little serving platter that I got from Sal Bar when we were just there. If you don't know where Sal Bar is, that is the North Pole. Well, almost the North Pole. We were probably about, I don't know, maybe 500 miles from the North Pole. and we spent 8 days on a ship looking for polar bears. And we found some. We found quite a few of them. I think 3 or 4 of them, which is pretty good from what I understand. And we had said that that was like a once-in-a-lifetime trip, but in reality, I want it to be another lifetime trip because I want to go back. All right, so after you get done coating all these in coconut, I'll save these for a little later. Rinse your fingers off again. That way we keep from cross-contaminating anything. And I am going to put strawberries on top of mine, just because I like strawberries a lot better than those than the cherries that they marinate in sugar. I'm not a fan of those. So we'll just take our strawberries, we'll cut the green top off, probably cut it in half, and we will, since I cut them really small, I think I'll cut my strawberries in quarters and put a quarter of a strawberry on each one of them. And then before I try it officially with all the stuff on it, I'm going to take my lemon that I sliced in half, get rid of these seeds right here on top, and I'm just gonna kind of drizzle a little lemon on top of them, and that officially makes them citrus and not just orange. All right, so moment of truth. Let's see what this baby tastes like. Oh, I think they're delicious. I think they're delicious. Coconut adds like a little crunch to it. And the strawberry is definitely a nice touch. Yes, definitely. I would definitely, recommend making these. These are delicious. All right, so don't forget to like, subscribe, ring my bell, so you'll get notified the next time I come in the kitchen and start cooking. All right, have a great day.